Welcome to GearCheckGames. This is part 9 of our commentary for Ico. Last time we made our way at long last to the second gatehouse, and today we're going to see about getting the one remaining gate open by restoring power to it.
Who gave this child a sharpened ball on a stick?
I did.
So I imagine
in like not the previous part, but the one before.
So I imagine the gates kind of work like if you're trying to open a cabinet, but like one of them kind of like overlaps the other a little bit. So like we opened the one that was like under the overlap, but the one that's over it is still blocking it.
Yeah, see, if we started on the other side of the castle, we would have been able to do this like half the time. What are you thinking, Ico? Freaking idiot.
I'm glad you can still cut ropes with the spiky ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not sure exactly how that translates, but I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's got, like, a smaller, sharp edge on it, so you can just imagine him just, like, carefully putting the point on the rope and just, like, softly sawing it.
I'm imagining the ropes are just so old and, like, rotted out that he really doesn't even need a blade to cut him. He just needs to apply enough pressure.
Just, like, sneeze
just,
on
like,
it.
snap it.
There it goes.
He, like, twangs it, like, with his just two fingers, just once.
Yeah. A rubber band.
Wait, they can't get in the water room?
No.
Yeah, I guess they're just repelled by water.
They're hydrophobic.
Like all good fantasy villains.
Yeah.
And if you couldn't tell by this point, this gatehouse is basically a mirror of the previous one. The puzzle solution kind of unfolds in a different order, but all of the rooms are just kind of mirrored.
Okay. So it's like same room, different puzzle.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, I apologize for the gameplay that's on display here. I feel like I made a lot of errors in this episode, unfortunately. And
I mean, I was probably stuck here longer on my playthrough.
Well, yeah, because it was your first playthrough and you weren't doing a Let's Play for the internet.
It's strange that you superimposed the 9th episode of this game with footage of the first Uncharted game. I really don't know why you decided to do another game in the middle of Ico.
I mean, that's the game everybody likes, right? Like, who cares about Ico? Who's even heard of Ico?
If this was Uncharted, then the shadow creatures would be currently shooting at you. And there'd be one of them would be flying a helicopter launching missiles at Yorda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He found the child.
If Ico was the protagonist of Uncharted, he'd be a mass murderer.
Yeah, and then by the end of this room, like, the whole place would be collapsing and you'd have to, like, jump out at the last second.
Yeah, you gotta do at least 5 QTEs to get out of this place.
Hey, Uncharted doesn't have QTEs. Give it some credit.
Okay.
So after all that effort...
Ooh.
Nice. Super fun, happy slide!
So you do gotta go fight the shadow creatures. What were you supposed to bring up there?
You're supposed to blow that wooden wreckage up with a bomb from the other side. So I did the rooms in the wrong order.
Oof.
Yeah, I thought I remembered.
Jeez.
I thought I remembered, like, I think I did the other room first.
Uh-huh.
Dude, the mace is where it's at. I heard bones break with that thing.
Shadow bones.
Yeah, I was gonna say, these guys, I'm not sure what's going on inside their, bodies.
Amorphous,
like
dark blobs.
Do they got bird bones?
They're just made of goo.
Well, it's nice that they give you back a sword in case you don't have the mace anymore.
In case you want to feel disempowered for a bit.
Yeah.
In case you didn't get the optional mace.
Game's getting too easy.
So that reminds me, I know in Shadow of the Colossus, on subsequent playthroughs, if you do certain things, you can get different weapons. If you do further playthroughs of this game after, like, a New Game Plus, are there other weapons you can get as well?
Not besides the lightsaber.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the lightsaber.
But yeah, for my money, that's good enough.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Shadow of the Colossus has like a huge variety of alternate weapons and items you can get from the time trials, both on normal mode and hard mode. They each have their own set of weapons, and Truth be told, I've completed the normal time trials. I've never even come close to doing the hard time trials.
Yeah.
I never tried the time trials.
The only weapon I unlocked on the reboot was like the lance, like the lightning lance.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good.
Yeah.
It does a crap load of damage. It's a time saver, I'll say that.
Yeah. Well, some of them are like crazy. Like I think one of the ones you get on hard mode is a parachute.
Oh.
Which in Shadow of the Colossus just sounds absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Like I can kind of understand. You know, I've heard people criticize that game for not having those upgrades as part of like the quest.
Yeah.
But
like...
if you did have them, I think it would completely undermine the tone that game is going for.
Yeah.
Because you would just have like all this ridiculous crap to take on the bosses. It's like you wouldn't want them to give you a lightsaber in your first playthrough of Ico because it would just like completely like crap all over the tone. Excuse me.
Well, it would trivialize some of the puzzles too.
Mm-hmm. But you know, it doesn't trivialize the puzzles. A torch, which I forgot to grab before I came here.
Well, gotta go back.
Yes, we're gonna spend a lot of time in this room, unfortunately.
Oh boy.
Backtracking.
It's always because it's just one of those situations where like you get close to the end and there's always one more thing you got to address before you leave.
What is this, a Metroid game?
Yeah, if you play through the game a third time, Ico gets a full body power suit
At the end of Ico.
to match Yorda's knight armor.
At the end of Ico, it's just glamour shots of the two of them. It's like, this is awkward.
Having their own little photo shoot on the beach.
Yeah.
By the time you reach New Game plus, they're like piloting Gundams and
Fumito Ueda is just like sitting at his desk with like his head in his hands, like, what more do you want from me? I have no more ideas.
He saw that like New Game Plus was a thing in some other games, so he's like, how many times do we have to do this? Is there a New Game Plus? New Game plus?
Yeah.
So just like racking his brain trying to think of how to keep one-upping what came before it.
Yeah, see this is how they get you. It's like they make you bring the torch here to open up that gate, and all of a sudden you're surrounded by all these enemies with like the weakest weapon.
Yeah. Brought you back to square one.
Uh-huh.
Oh god, where are they taking her? There was a portal.
Which I guess
right
is
there.
a valid way to kind of create a panic moment where it's like you have to like grab the weaker weapon to progress.
Yeah.
But doing so in progressing you get ambushed by enemies and you have to deal with them with your little stick.
I like that. Like, the game's not always going to be easy now that you have the sword. Like, we're going to put you in situations. Yeah, here we go. Time to break some bird bones.
Yeah. Now take care of this guy. Okay.
He's Jumpin' Steve from a few episodes ago. Oh, you can't get me. Oh.
They have names now.
Yeah.
Oh, Yorda!
No.
What are you doing?
On second thought, maybe I won't go down there. It's
the
scary.
music's still. Oh, on second, on third thought.
God, she's like my dog. Just like,
okay, come on.
I'm good.
I'm sure
go
there's
over-
method in her madness.
I'm sure there's a method into the madness of my dog trying to figure out where she wants to poop, but it's not a method that I understand.
No one can.
That is going through her body.
Yeah.
Okay. I
That's
think we're ready to go.
That's surely
Probably.
the last of them.
No.
Nope. He surely can't knock you down.
Oh no.
Boom, 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 boom.
Perfect.
Yep. And that camera zoom was not me. Whenever Yorda gets captured in a different room, there's that little zoom in to show you where to chase after her.
Oh god, and they just have to go to the furthest portal away.
And it has to be one of the flying ones. Well, actually, it does have to be one of them because a regular walking one couldn't carry her up the ladder. See, they thought about this.
At least they go away once you pick her up out of the shadow portal.
I don't think so.
Well, they don't? They come back?
Oh, yes. Well, yeah, I think they all remain...
All right,
Once again,
bye,
Yorda, what are you doing?
Oh my god. This is painful.
Let's talk about maybe this whole escape plan isn't what it's cracked up to be, Ico.
She just
can
wants to
make
go
a
back
life
to the
here.
couch. She wants to sit down. She's had a rough day.
God. I imagine she has. But it's almost over. Hopefully.
We just gotta get to this last radar dish.
Ah.
I was about to say, let him come to you this time.
Okay. Now, Black Portal, go away. Go away.
Oh my
There it
god.
is.
You weren't kidding when you
After
said...
3,000 years.
You were not kidding when you said we'd be in this room a while.
Yeah. What are we at? 11 minutes?
Oh my lord.
That was half the episode.
And we're just now getting to the big mirror. Actually, I'm not sure. Okay, I know it's magic, but like,
Magic.
so I guess it's just firing a beam of light at the gate? I don't know.
Maybe.
I like the kind of rib cage on it. I just now noticed that. That's a neat design.
I like this little field. This is comfy.
Mm-hmm.
There should be
Yeah,
a
the
couch
outdoor
here.
areas in this game are very tranquil.
Yeah.
This and Shadow of the Colossus just... I know they're both like really desolate kind of games, but I just find something very comfy about just exploring their worlds, even if you're not really accomplishing anything. Particularly in the case of Shadow of the Colossus, where the game is basically just a giant, like, open world, kind of empty map with boss battles sprinkled throughout.
Yeah. Well, it does have some collectibles.
Yeah,
got,
but
like,
I mean,
lizards,
nothing
the
that's...
fruit.
Yeah, but nothing that would, like...
Please tell me there's
guess
a
in-
stick up here.
Oh no.
Okay, there it is.
Oh, thank goodness.
Fumito has mercy on us.
And you need
And
to
we don't
cut
need it yet.
those.
He's like, gotcha. They're pulling out all the tricks.
I love that he has to jump and slash to get those.
Uh-huh.
He's just not quite
instead of
tall
just
enough
like
yet.
holding it vertically and swinging it.
Yeah.
What do you think this is? Skyward Sword?
No, man. 6-axis motion controls hadn't been... Well, no, this was on PS3, so...
They have
Although I guess to be fair, Zelda's had... Or 3D Zelda has had differentiation between horizontal and vertical slashing since the very beginning.
Yeah.
That's true.
Actually,
God, I'm imagining a port of Ico for PS3 that utilizes PlayStation Move.
Oh no.
And I don't like what I see
no.
in my brain.
Please don't speak this into existence.
I mean,
Unfortunately,
I can
we've
get
reached the end of the
behind,
part.
I can get behind, like, VR motion-controlled hand-holding.
You just have to have one of the
would.
little, like, I don't know what they call the Vive controllers, just behind your back at all times.
You get a special, like, one of those tactile gloves purely just so you can feel Yorda's hand.
Aw.
You can experience every wrench of the arm when you start running.
Every creaking and crackling bone.
This is the future. And speaking of the future, we'll see you in part 10 when we finally finish this godforsaken gatehouse.
Yay.